Imagine if nothing could shake you. Failure, you keep going. Criticism, you stay calm. Stress, you stay focused. Most people think mentally strong people are simply born that way. But that's completely wrong. Mental strength isn't a gift. It's a skill. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to build it. Because once your mind becomes stronger, everything else in life becomes easier. Let's start with a simple question. What happens when life gets difficult? Maybe you quit. Maybe you procrastinate. Maybe you tell yourself, I'll try again tomorrow. The problem isn't your goals. It's your mind. Your brain always wants comfort. It wants the easiest path. Thousands of years ago, that helped humans survive. Today, that same instinct keeps us scrolling social media instead of chasing our dreams. Your brain isn't trying to make you successful. It's trying to save energy. And if you don't train it, comfort becomes your prison. Think about two people. Both lose their jobs. The first person says, "My life is over." The second person says, "This is painful, but I'll find another way." Same situation. Completely different outcome. What changed? Not intelligence. Not money. Not luck. Their mindset. Mental strength isn't about avoiding problems. It's about how you respond to them. Every challenge is a test, and every response is a vote for the person you're becoming. Here's something surprising. The strongest people aren't fearless. They're just comfortable with fear. Think about firefighters, soldiers, athletes, public speakers. Do you think they never feel scared? Of course they do. The difference is, they act anyway. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward while fear is screaming in your ear. That's real mental strength. Now here's the biggest mistake most people make. They wait to feel motivated. I'll start when I feel ready. I'll exercise tomorrow. I'll study later. But motivation is unreliable. Some days it's there. Most days it isn't. If your success depends on motivation, you'll only succeed on your best days. Mentally strong people rely on discipline instead. Because discipline works even when motivation disappears. Let's imagine something. Every morning, 2 alarms ring. Person A immediately grabs the phone, checks notifications, scrolls for 30 minutes. Person B gets up immediately, makes the bed, exercises, plans the day. After 1 day, almost no difference. After 1 year, completely different lives. Mental strength grows through tiny decisions, not giant moments. Every small victory teaches your brain something powerful. I can trust myself. And that's how confidence is built. Here's a secret that many people never learn. Your inner voice shapes your reality. Imagine making one mistake. If your brain says, "I'm so stupid," you'll hesitate next time. But if it says, "I made a mistake. Now I know better," you'll improve. The words inside your head become the world you live in. Mentally strong people don't speak to themselves with cruelty. They coach themselves. Instead of being their own worst enemy, they become their own best teammate. Now let's talk about pain. Nobody likes discomfort. But discomfort is where growth lives. Every time you avoid something difficult, you teach your brain that difficulty is dangerous. Every time you face it, you teach your brain that you're capable. This is why cold showers, hard workouts, public speaking, learning difficult skills, all strengthen more than just your body or knowledge. They strengthen your identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone who quits. You become someone who finishes. Here's an interesting experiment. Imagine carrying a backpack. Every complaint adds another brick. This is unfair. I'm unlucky. I can't do this. Soon, the backpack becomes incredibly heavy. Now imagine replacing every complaint with a question. What can I learn? What's the next step? How do I improve? Same life, completely different weight. Strong minds ask better questions. Weak minds repeat old excuses. Let's talk about failure. Most people think failure is the opposite of success. It isn't. Failure is part of success. Every inventor, every entrepreneur, every athlete, every successful person has failed. Usually many times. The difference isn't failure. It's recovery speed. Mentally strong people don't stay on the ground. They stand up faster. Every setback becomes information. Every mistake becomes feedback. Every loss becomes training. Here's something that sounds strange. Sometimes, doing nothing is harder than doing something. Imagine you're angry. Someone insults you. Your first instinct is to fight back. But mentally strong people pause. They breathe. They think. They choose their response instead of reacting automatically. Self-control is hidden strength. Anyone can explode. Very few can stay calm. Now let's imagine your brain like a muscle. If you never lift weights, your muscles stay weak. The same thing happens with your mind. Every difficult conversation, every uncomfortable situation, every challenge, every obstacle, they're all mental workouts. The question is, are you training or avoiding? Here's a daily challenge. Do one thing every day that feels slightly uncomfortable. Wake up 5 minutes earlier. Take a cold shower. Read instead of scrolling. Talk to someone new. Finish the task you've been avoiding. Tiny discomfort today creates enormous confidence tomorrow. Now here's something powerful. Your environment matters. If everyone around you complains, you'll probably complain too. If everyone quits, quitting becomes normal. But if you're surrounded by people who keep improving, you'll naturally raise your own standards. Protect your mind like it's your greatest investment. Because it is. Let's bring everything together. Mental strength isn't built overnight. It's built one choice at a time. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, growth over excuses, action over fear, patience over frustration, you become stronger. Not instantly, but permanently. One day you'll look back and realize the things that once scared you no longer control you. That's what unbreakable mental strength really looks like. Not perfection, not fearlessness, just the quiet confidence that no matter what happens, you'll figure it out because you've trained your mind to keep going. So here's your challenge. Today, do one difficult thing you've been avoiding. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Then come back and tell us in the comments what it was. If you enjoyed this video and want more content about discipline, mindset, and becoming the strongest version of yourself, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next lesson. Remember, your mind becomes what you train it to become. Train it well. We'll see you in the next video.